Hi there, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 10 of our Arsenal save as we look to win the Champions League for the club for the very, very first time. And since last episode, we've had just the two games. Of course, we qualified for Wembley, didn't we, with a heartbreaking win over Aston Villa. And we went and played Watford at home. You can see we put out a strong team and we had a good strong performance. Aubameyang, Ozil, Lacazette and Tierney with the goals. Will Hughes got one back for them, but it was a good, strong performance, and Watford are a good team, so I was really happy with that. Then we played Cardiff at home. Now, we dominated this game. We just struggled to find a way through, because it was just the one goal that we scored, Lacazette netting that. But yeah, it was just, again, it's been a bit of a theme, hasn't it, where we've dominated games, but struggled to create chances of late. And this was just another one of those games, but we did get the 3 points, and that is the main thing. In this episode, we're off to Wembley. We're going to play Brighton in the FA Cup semi-final. That's going to be huge. And then Chelsea in the first leg of our Europa League quarter-final. We're away from home, so it's going to be all about getting goals, isn't it? So hopefully we'll get a few. But let's have a look at the league table, see how that stands up after those two games. And you can see we've dropped off. Technically, we're second. You can see we've only played 30 games, so we're 2 points behind Liverpool when we have 3 games in hand on them. United's a game behind. We have a game in hand on them as well. Point behind, sorry, and we have a game in hand on them. So we're in a strong position. Manchester City, they aren't going away though, are they? Still there, we have, again, 2 games in hand on them. So if we win games in hand, we are looking really, really strong for the league. But it's not that easy, is it? Never that easy. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out at Wembley. And you will notice that we've gone change. We've gone all change. We have a very, very tough run of fixtures coming up. We play all the top 4, or the 4 teams below us, I should say, in the next few weeks. So we have to conserve legs here, don't we? And of course, we have the Chelsea game coming up. So it's Leno in goal. It's Mings, it's Mustafi, it's Holding, and it's Bellerin across the back. Torreira and Guanzunzi in midfield. Iwobi and Smith Rowe, they provide the width, with Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang hopefully providing the goals. Alright, so matching up formations. I will freely admit that this is a massive risk, but we have the Chelsea game coming up after this. I'm taking a risk, keeping legs fresh for that, hoping that this team is going to be good enough to get over Brighton. If it doesn't, of course, the boys at Aussie Villain Fan TV will absolutely rip me a new one. But they're the risks we have to take, don't we? Let's see here. On a good run of form lately. Bold said do it for the fans, so let's maybe do it for the fans. We are at Wembley after all. Some calm, we have faith. I'm getting a little bit of a reaction there. Not perfect though, is it? Alright, let's go. And Wembley it is. This team should be strong enough to beat Brighton. Famous last words, of course. But these are good players. These are no mugs that we have out there. So we should be fine. The big risk, I guess, is Mings at left back. Mings is a decent left back. So I don't know why I told him to concentrate. Didn't want to do that, but concentrate. Now we've made Guanzunzi nervous here, but let's see what we can do. It looks as though it's going to be a highlight for us. Smith Rowe nods it down for Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan back to Smith Rowe. Can he pick out a teammate in the box? Back to Guanzunzi. This is patient. I like it. Out to Mings. Go on, Mings. Get one in there, son. Oh, I thought it was a bad pass, but it was okay. Spreading the play. Look at it, just moving them around. Bellerin's well forward here. Can he get a ball into the box? He's surely going to get a cross in. Back to the edge of the area. Torreira. Back to Guanzunzi. We're patient. I'll give us that. Mkhitaryan. As my throat goes. I have a bit of a cold, guys, so apologies for that. If I sound a little bit throaty at times. Still there with us, Mings. It's patient. We're keeping possession well, moving them around. Hopefully we'll get a nice finish at the end of this move, though. Torreira out for Iwobi. Iwobi! Oh, what a goal from Alex Iwobi. That is an absolute belter. I lost for words. He's absolutely thunderbolted that into the top corner. That is a very, very special goal. Gracing Wembley. Really, really impressive, isn't it? And it was a good team move, too. We kept the ball there. I don't know what the pass count was, but it was high. It was definitely high. The highlight seemed to go forever. And look at that from Iwobi. That is an absolute thunderbastard into the top corner. Wow. So there is the lead. That's what we wanted. Let's give him a get creative here. Brighton's looking inspired. That's not good. And of course, it has to be good to get past Australia's number 1 in Matt Ryan in goal, doesn't it? Apologies too, this episode's a day late. I'm really inconsistent with my uploads this week, and I do apologise for that. I might have to try and sort of nail down an upload schedule, because I just am struggling to keep up with the 2 episodes a day, to be honest, at times. Oh, no, good save from Leno. It's still there. Oh, Bellerin with the block. Got away with one a little bit there. Let's give this a demand more, because signs that we're clocking off there, isn't there? All right, Anthony Knockhart. Can we get this away, please? To the back post. We haven't won that header, but it's easy for Leno just to pluck that from the air like he's picking an apple. Now, is that the highlight, or are we a chance of launching something here? No, that's a highlight. All right. It's good to have the 1-0 lead, of course, but we don't want to sort of relax on that, do we? I'd like to think we could get a second here. Brighton are coming back into this. Gross. Back to, I can't read that. Basumba, is it? Bisumba? Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's get a block in here, boys. Get in front of it. Well done. Well done. Smith Rowe, can he launch? He's gone over for Aubameyang nice and early. Look at this. We've got men forward. Aubameyang's quick. Can he find someone at the back post? Middle of the goal. Anyway, just get the ball in the box. And Lewis Dunk's done well there. He's done quite well. And we've won that ball. Well done, Rob Holding. Is this highlight going to continue? It might be. Over to Mings. Down the line. There we go. It's looking good for Smith Rowe. Can he pick out a cross? We've got men in the box. Men in the box. Have it. Have it. Is there's Aubameyang! 2-0 to the good guys. And that is surely a spot in the fight. Well, not surely. 35th goal of the year, by the way, for Aubameyang. Just quietly, guys. But we're looking good for the final now, aren't we? Now, what I might look to do here, given that we do have Chelsea coming up midweek in the Europa League, we might look to maybe split this game. I think I had Lacazette on the bench. We might look to split this game between Aubameyang and Lacazette. Just give them 45 minutes each. Just Lacazette on the bench. Don't want to overdo it here. You know, we want them fresh as well. So yeah, given that we're 2 goals up, it's not. I mean, there's a little bit of a drop off, isn't there, between Lacazette and Aubameyang, but it's not the worst. Mings has really been outdone there, hasn't he? Get that ball away. Oh, and just like that, plans of resting Aubameyang go to one side. That was really not great for Mings, was it? Just got outdone there. I'm not quite sure how he couldn't see that Knockhart was there. He should be able to see that. He stepped up when he shouldn't have stepped up. Is that a little bit of not being used to the way we play? We had 2 centre-backs in the middle. Should we have won that header? There's an argument to say that as well. Let's give that a demand more now, because that's not good enough. Come on, boys. We've done the hard work. Torreira's looking a little bit tired there. Yeah, we've done the hard work. Give ourselves 2-goal lead, and we've thrown it all away a little bit there. 5 shots, 5 on target, which is good. We've dominated possession, but we just have let them back in the game there, which is a little bit disappointing. Team talk-wise, expected to prove a point. Things are going well. You're better, capable of better. I do like that. We'll do some individual team talk, guys, and then we'll come back for the second 45. Okay, here we go. Just a small tactical change. We're going to look to exploit the flanks. We saw it quite often. Bellerin and Mings had quite a bit of space out wide, so I think we could be... maybe there's some space there we can exploit. Can Aubameyang pull this ball back? It's kind of a little bit isolated there, wasn't it? It wasn't a little bit slow to get up and join him. Yeah, so we're going to try that. Now let's defend this free kick here, please. Oh, I thought that was sneaking in for a horrible second there. He'd be doing well to get it in from there. We're not actually playing that well here. Brighton are really, really giving us a game. What do we say? What do we say? Do we say get creative here, perhaps? We're looking apprehensive, which isn't great. I mean, we're the better team. We're Arsenal. We're playing Brighton. We should be full of confidence. But quite clearly here, we are not. I'm going to give it a demand more. Not particularly playing well. Now, here's a chance from a corner. Can we give ourselves a little bit of breathing room here? It's headed away. It's there for Iwobi. Can he get another thunderbolt out? It's there for Torreira. Back for Iwobi. There it is for Guendouzi! Oh, that's a little bit special as well. From the edge of the area, just curling that in. Really, really nice stuff. That's 3-1, and that surely now is enough to get us into the final. The other semi, I forget who it was. Was it Spurs and City were the other 2 semi-finalists? I can't remember now who it was. Arsenal Spurs in the final would be nice, wouldn't it? Look at that. Just nice interplay and a really, really good finish from Guendouzi, wasn't it? Really happy with that. That's a good team goal. Alright, let's give them a little bit of praise for that. That was suddenly it's looking a lot brighter, isn't it? Mings is looking tired. That's okay because he won't be playing the next game. I mean, the one is Aubameyang. I'm thinking maybe Aubameyang for Lacazette. Let's just make sure they don't score here, because every time I talk about taking Aubameyang off, they've gone and scored, but it wasn't to be that time, so that's good. All right, so let's do Lacazette for a Aubameyang. Try and keep Aubameyang's legs a little bit fresh for the Chelsea game. And can Lacazette nick a goal as well? They're looking anxious. You should be, boys. You're going out of the FA Cup. The mighty Matty Ryan plays it long. Can we get onto that ball? We can't. We've really just backed off them there, haven't we? Was that offside? It looked offside. It's a good tackle from Rob Holding in any case. It's still there for us. Again, it's cleared away from Rob Holding. That's not good. That's really annoying, actually, really annoying. They're not going away, Brighton, are they? You've got to give them credit. They are not going away. Let's give it a tighten up. Rob Holding's done really well on a couple of occasions there. Good tackle, then a good header. And yeah, that's not great. That's not great marking. They're still looking anxious. Lacazette's looking nervous. This is not what we needed, boys. This is not what we needed. It's been an even game. You've really got to give credit to Brighton. They have played quite well. Can we finally just put this game to bed? Mings with the throw for Smith Rowe. In for Guendouzi. He turns. It's out wide there for Bellerin. Man comes out to him. This is okay. It's patient play again. I do appreciate our patient play. We've kept the ball well in attacking areas. Look, pass out there. There we go. In behind. That needed to be maybe a little bit more in. But Bellerin's there. Gets the cross in. Lacazette. No, it's Mkhitaryan. He never scores. What is he doing getting on the score sheet? He's been horrible all season. But at Wembley on the biggest stage, he's gone and popped in what is surely now the goal to take us to the final. Henrik Mkhitaryan. He knows when to show up, doesn't he? Again, good patient play. We've just bounded it around, and that's not a bad finish either from the Armenian. Good stuff there. All right, so that we can breathe a little bit easier now. That is the FA Cup final underway. It's going to be at least one final this year to end off the season, which is nice. That's another big step towards the poor man's treble, isn't it, with the Europa League? But we'll take that. Credit to Brighton, though. I thought they played quite well. You played well today, don't get complacent. That's probably a good thing to say. No, maybe not. So there we go, 4-2, all action, isn't it? That was probably quite a good game for the neutral. That would be a good one on TV, wouldn't it? But we win the FA Cup semi-final, and it is Manchester City in the final. That's going to be a tough game, isn't it? That's going to be a good one. Something to look forward to. But guys, wait right there, and we have another game to look forward to, which is, of course, Chelsea in the first round, or the first leg, sorry, of the Europa League quarter-final. Okay, welcome back for the Chelsea game, of course the first leg of the Europa League. Now, just wanted to have a quick look to show you this. We have an absolutely packed schedule. So this is the game. We have 2 more games before we play Chelsea again next Thursday. So that's, 4 games in a week. Then we play the top 3. We play Liverpool and both Manchester clubs before the end of the month. So it's a lot of games, and it's going to be tough. It's just really going to be tough, and that's not including a potential Europa League semi-final in there either. But this is the team that we're going with against Chelsea. It's Leno in goal, Mustafi, Socrates, and Koscielny across the back. Tierney and Bellerin give us the width. It's Xhaka and Milinkovic-Savic in midfield. Ozil, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. It's the strongest team we have, and hopefully we'll get a few goals and get ourselves a nice lead to take back to the Emirates. Alright, so we can see the way they're playing. It's 4-3-3. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but goals of the month, of course, will be coming up after this game for March, I think it is. So definitely worth checking those out. We did score a few nice ones. Media's been giving you a lot of credit lately. We'll go with that. That seems to work okay. Got a couple of guys here. We just need to try and get them into the green. Doesn't look as though they're particularly listening to me, which is fine. Just make sure you play well, boys. That's all I ask. Alright, here we go. A little bit of news too in between games. The under-23s won their Premier 1, I think it is the title. So that's good to see the under-23s lifting some trophies for us. Under-18s have been doing okay as well. I'm not sure where they are in the league, to be honest. I don't want to say they've won it, but they were doing pretty well. Let's give it a get creative here. This game, it's all about getting the away goals, isn't it? We need to be trying to get these goals. Yeah, it's not got off to a cracking start. We've not got much of the ball. Oh, there we go. We've had a shot now. Let's give it a demand more. Let's see if we can win this ball high up the pitch. It doesn't look like it is. It's Eden Hazard. Now, he obviously can be dangerous. We know all about Eden Hazard. He's laid that off there for Kovac, or Kovacic? Kovacic, I think it is, isn't it? Oh, that's not a good piece of defending. Leno has absolutely saved us there. I did give it a demand more. Okay, now we need to concentrate from this corner. Head it away. Get that away. It's in, straight across. Lacazette's there. Can he go early for Aubameyang? Now, can he get the afterburners on here? Aubameyang. Look, we've got space. We've got men out here. That's a good pass for Bellerin. Can he get down to the byline? Look at this. Back post, mate. Back post. We've got men pouring into the box. There it is. Lacazette. No, headed away from Christensen. That was a really good header, wasn't it? Kovacic is injured. That's a shame. So Cesc comes on. Boo. Come on, boy. Show some passion. Bellerin's picked up a knock as well. That's not great. I mean, you've seen how many games we have coming up here, so we don't need him being out long term. Lichtsteiner should be fine. He's not as pacey, obviously, but he should be able to do a job there for us. Let's get creative. Come on, boys. I just feel like we're struggling a little bit to create against the better teams. We did well against Brighton, obviously. We scored 4. We conceded 2, which isn't ideal. But, yeah, I wonder Milinkovic-Savic, if him coming in has just sort of unhinged things a little bit for us. I might even try him in a different role other than box-to-box. Yeah, it wasn't champagne football, that half. From either team, was it? It's time for everyone... Alright, let's go passionate. It's time for everyone to dig in. We'll do some individual team talks here, guys, and then we'll come back for a second half. Okay, welcome back. Just the one small tactical tweak more than anything. We're going to play Milinkovic-Savic as a sort of attacking midfielder, central midfielder on attack. Just see if that gets a little bit more out of him, perhaps. Oh, it's a lungy tackle. Now, let's see. Hopefully just a kick-off highlight here, unless we can win this back. He's gone early. Up to Morata. Now, he's not going to get in there. That's okay, then. We're looking motivated, which is good. We're just not looking like we quite know how to score a goal, which is not so good. Now, if Milinkovic-Savic doesn't come off here in a little bit, he's improved a little bit. Xhaka's not having his best game either. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do here. Let's see, Fabregas, can we win this ball? It looks like it's going to come into the box. We need to defend this well. He's jinked in. Xhaka's kind of half cleared it out for Morata. It's still there. It's still a threat. Eden Hazard, we don't want him turning with the ball. Get out to it. Get out to it. Get out to it. Had to be Cesc, didn't it? Had to be Cesc. Okay, we're not creating anything. We're going to need to have a bit of a think about this. What can we do? Out of possession. Alright, let's really try and close them down. Get stuck in. We've got to try and win this ball back, I think. Counter press, that's fine. We want to do all that. In possession. Do we perhaps want to try and go through the middle, higher tempo, maybe a little bit more direct passing. Through the middle's where that's where Ozil is. That's where Milinkovic-Savic obviously is as well. Yeah, we just kind of didn't get out to him, did he? That's disappointing. We've been horrible this game, though. Absolutely horrible. I'm going to give it a demand more, and then we're going to look at making some changes here, I think, because something is just clearly not working. So we've got 2 subs to make. We may well make both of them. Now, who is letting us down? Lacazette's not having a good game. Now, that's not probably going to be his fault, is it? I just think Milinkovic-Savic he's not on it. Let's bring Ramsey on for him. And we'll go attacking. We need this away goal. Otherwise, we put ourselves in a little bit of a hole, don't we, for the second leg. Anything else we want to do? I'm wondering if we actually want to exploit the flanks and not the middle. Try and get down the outside of them. If I'm honest, we'll try that. Give it a get creative. We need to do something here. We're not creating anything. It's getting a little bit frustrating. Alright, come on. One goal changes everything, doesn't it? It really changes the outlook on the game. Let's see what we can do here. Ozil, that's a decent ball for Lacazette, but it's headed away. Can we win this ball back? Come on. There we go. Good tackle there. Ramsey out for Lacazette. Let's see here. Have a look up. He done. That's a good ball for Aubameyang, is it? He's in. Go on, Aubameyang. Go on, son. Go on, son. Oh, not. It was tough. It was a tough opportunity. Yeah, actually having a bit of a number done on us here, aren't we? We're quite poor. Come on, away. Is it a penalty? It is a penalty. Oh dear. Oh dear. Can Leno bail us out of this? It's Eden Hazard. Go on, Leno. Oh, straight at him. Straight at him. And we live to fight another day on that one. I don't know what to tell them. I don't know what to tell them. Show some passion, maybe? That's fired them up. We have not created anything. This has been absolutely horrible. We're on attacking, and we have just not created anything. Let's give them a push forward to end. This is probably the end of the game, though. And work to do in the second leg. Yeah, work to do. That was not good enough. We were quite poor. Did we get a highlight? I don't even think we got a highlight. I'm going to be aggressive and say I'm far from pleased with that. And yeah. So it makes the second leg tricky, doesn't it? We can see the goal and suddenly we are in all sorts of trouble. Yeah, Bellerini's just a day or three. That's fine. I slam the team. Yes, I do. But guys, that's it for this episode. We have just fixture congestion here, and that's our first loss in quite a while too. Look at that. When was our last red dot? So it's been a good run. Let's put it that way. But yeah, that wasn't great. But as I said, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow. That's the plan for the second leg and against Chelsea and then Liverpool. There'll be just the 2 games in the week in between. So it's just ridiculous fixture congestion. But until next time, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. And if you did like that, then obviously hit the like button for me as well. But before we go, here are some of our best goals from March. Take care. So